All right, guys. Thursday. On Thursdays, the show is sponsored to you by our boys over at Drafters. We are going to do a draft right now, actually, with the two of us and five other customers. And this is the fun stuff. This is what, see the Facebook group to the Drafters below. Just go ahead and click on there. I'll allow you to join right away. I'll give you clearance. And then if you haven't started playing yet, if you want to sign up through us, hey, it's always appreciated. That's listed at the top of the Facebook group. We can't share that stuff on YouTube or we get shut down. But we're going to do a $5 7-person draft. We're going to have to get a little weird with it at the end. But I mean, the thing about drafters is just fun.
Yeah, I'm excited to do this with you, with everyone, I guess. Yeah, man. I kind of want the first pick today. I think we talked a lot about we like the Lakers and Denver game, and I still think Luka is like the easy number one play tonight.
Yeah, we were waiting on, let's see here, our boy Butler. We got Allen, we got me, we got you, we got Sean, and then, all right. So these guys will click on this soon, and we will get this thing rolling. All right, Butler's in. We're waiting on one more. And if he doesn't join, we got another guy that will come in here. So if you haven't played on Drafters yet, it's real simple. It's just snake drafts. Just like we all started. Basically, I think almost everybody who started playing fantasy, right? You started doing your typical fantasy football draft where you would snake draft back and forth.
For me, it was fantasy baseball, but yes.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I get it. You're a baseball guy at your heart of hearts. It'll always be baseball's number one for you. Fantasy baseball is great. And I think most people started on football, but I might have started with baseball first too, now that I think about it. A long time ago.
And even though you're not like, baseball's not your, top like me, it's not like your heart and soul. You still love it. And I love that.
Well, baseball was my first love as a kid. It was my favorite one to play.
Sweet. Switching over to basketball. If you have the number one pick here, who are you taking?
On this game? Yeah, I'd go with Luka as well.
Okay, I just wanted to see if I was like, because I think it's.
Say that again?
I think it's definitely Luka.
Yeah, some days it's not as clear. Like yesterday, it was Luka or Giannis, and I think those guys finished really, really close to one another.
Oh, man. I'll say this, though. Now that you mentioned Luka yesterday, I know he's on the back-to-back, so maybe it isn't as cut and dry. I no longer want the first pick.
Fair enough. I think when you're going 7 deep like this, too, like,
yeah,
if the fourth pick and the first pick is not a lot different, then the fourth pick is better because the wraparound is going to be significantly different.
True, but on this particular one, I think there's going to be a ton of value. There already is.
I'm going to tell Stephen Casey just to join us so we're not waiting around.
And when I say value, I mean, all of a sudden with Dame out, you might have a guy like Anthony Simons, outscore, guys that originally were projected for a lot higher. Just as an example.
Yeah, so the fun part about this too, guys, is you can play with your friends. You can set up anything. Like I set this one up just for us. You guys, you can draft with us. You can just friend request me on here. I play on here multiple times a day. You can come draft against me. And somebody didn't show up, so I had another fill in here real quick. Our boy Daniel got the first pick. I'm rolling 2. Monk's at 3. Butler 4. Papa Steve at 5. Sean at 6. And you got the 7th, which, if you scroll down here, yeah, it gets ugly a lot quicker, especially with Trae Young being questionable, not knowing about him, and Dame being out.
I'm not happy about picking 7th, I'll tell you that much.
That is the one thing about this website. There is some luck involved. There are days, and we've done this in baseball, where like there was a day where you and I drafted, it was only a couple games, and like Garrett Cole was so much better than the number 2 pick. It wasn't even fair.
Well, for this one, like, I never care about like having the last pick or anything like that. But for this particular slate, there's barely even 7 studs. And then the drop off for the next round is going to be massive. So I'm going to have to make my picks really count here. I'm still confident I'll take this down.
That being said, if you've got the number 1 pick, like Anthony Simons is now maybe your number 2 guy. So, I would like to probably be somewhere in the middle, which, I think Butler or Huggy Bear have it best, but I'm not going to complain about being 2.
No, I like how their projections are already very much updated with Cantor now. Wow, he is projected high.
I can tell you this much: I will not be taking him that high.
I might have no choice, but we'll see.
Like,
you're in a good spot. You don't even need to think about him.
well, and then like you got Porzingis right here, who I'm still not surprised if he gets ruled out. And I know the later the better, but still, I am not shocked at all if he gets ruled out. And that's what's great about the auto swap, guys. If you get busy, like if you just know you can't really adjust things on DraftKings or FanDuel that day, but you want to get some skin in the game, you can play on here. And if your guy's not in, they give you the next best available player.
Mm-hmm.
Which I get it. If you're like a quote unquote shark, maybe you don't want that. But for me, like I just like knowing that you're going to auto swap somebody in. Curry number one. Woo.
I like the confidence.
Yeah, I enjoy that. I'm still going to go with Luka though.
I already know who I'm probably going to end up with one of my picks, Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis. I can see that.
I mean, honestly, it's not that I love him, but like, I'm not going to take Trae Young because I'm really not sure he plays. I mean, if Christian Woods, man, it's going to be tough for me. I'll tell you that much.
I mean, I'd be happy as hell if Wood came back to me, which I mean, I guess is a possibility. You feel better about Anthony Davis probably than Christian Wood today.
Yeah, I mean, talked about that game. See, this is what I was talking about, where like I might be in a position to take Canner because like Canner's not crazy at all here.
But either is going to AD and Ben Simmons.
I agree. That's exactly the other move I was thinking about. Definitely taking AD, and then
I feel way safer about the floor of Ben Simmons than I do Canner today.
yeah, I get that. All right, I'm going to take AD and put him at center.
So the other thing, guys, about playing on this site, drafters, is besides like you can customize these drafts. Sometimes when Matt and I play one-on-one, we'll go 3 or 4 deep at each position and throw in some utilities. You can't do that 7 deep. In fact, I almost thought about making this just one position apiece, but I thought we could get some fun and get ugly with it at the end. I like the getting ugly at the end.
Yeah, so do I. And I am going to take Simmons here. Small forward's like weakish, and especially like all of a sudden if Embiid's out, this looks like a smash pick.
Yeah, I would say that against Portland, he's got an opportunity to riggedy roll, son.
Yeah, so about it.
Never forget, if you're going to start playing for bigger money on drafters, scout out a cheaper draft early in the day. That way you get an idea really of like the position depth, because that can be really, really big. Like maybe like you like LeBron just a little bit more than you like Jokic, but the second best center that day is Brook Lopez. Like you might have to make some moves there.
No doubt. No doubt.
You know, I don't hate your 7th pick now. I think AD Simmons is a pretty good starting point. Now you got guys gambling on Trae Young being questionable.
Yeah, I'm with you, especially like with Embiid. If Embiid is out, it all of a sudden looks real good.
Yeah.
It's the next 2 picks I'm worried about, but we'll see.
Well, if he falls to me, I'm going Tobias Harris because I feel safe with him. And if Embiid's out, even better. Portland can't defend the 3-point line. There might be more upside with like a Rudy Gobert, potentially a Donovan Mitchell right here. But I feel pretty safe with a Tobias Harris. And I just want my first 2 picks not to kill me. Like I've had a couple of really close losses on this website the last 2 weeks. My bank account was getting up there. And I've lost by 1 or 2 points a lot lately because I had like that one just terrible pick in there. All right. And I like Porzingis a little bit more than Harris, but I think there's ultimately a possibility he doesn't play today. So I'm going to go with Tobias Harris and just a safe play.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
There's a guy I really want with my next pick, but I'll tell you after yours. Hopefully he doesn't get taken.
Well, I'm hoping that I like somebody here more than the projections. And, well, I'll just say it because nobody else is watching this. If John Wall's still available, I'm taking John Wall next.
I figured as much.
Gary Trent. Woo!
I like that call. I mean, listen, like trying to be first in a 7-man field, no Damian Lillard. He's played well recently. I respect that.
I know you do. And you're a big Trent fan too, and his shot's looking pure the last couple days.
I just love when people like are confident in their own picks and like, don't care about the projections.
Well, I'm taking John Wall above Mike. Well, I would have gone above Mike Conley, and I like Mike Conley, but give me John Wall.
The guy I want, obviously I liked Wall. I didn't think he would fall. I want John.
John Collins
I'm
coming off a good night.
coming off a good night and not sure if Trae Young plays, which only will really help his usage, obviously.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with this Atlanta Utah game right now. I'm worried about Atlanta tail end of up. Collins isn't coming back to you. Tail end of a back to back. If no Trae Young, it's just hard to evaluate right now.
No doubt about it. I guarantee you Ryan Monks is going to be real happy when he hears me talking about Collins when he's watching this video. Right, and then he took him.
Huggy Bear.
Yeah, so go ahead.
I was just going to say, guys, the NBA is making moves today. Well, not the NBA, but just these teams. A lot has changed for us already. We got no Derek Jones Jr. I'm intrigued by Carmelo Anthony today on DraftKings. I'm worried about him because I think he's the first guy losing run if that game doesn't work out competitively, which it could easily not. But like, where else are they going to necessarily go for offense? I like Gary Trent, but he's more of a catch and shoot guy.
He is. Man,
I know he won't come back to me. Are you interested in Rudy Gobert if he goes one more pick to you?
yes. He's just too good for the who's left.
Yeah, I would be like right now, if I were you, I'd be sitting here just don't take Rudy Gobert. Don't take Rudy Gobert. Yeah. Don't take Rudy Gobert.
I mean, I don't feel that strongly about it because I don't love him. He's by far the best player left on the board, in my opinion, so I will take him.
Oh! Rat farts. Well, I do know one of your next two picks for sure.
Well, I don't have any guards yet, so both of them are going to be guards. I'm going to take Jamal Murray at point guard. I'm going to take Simons as shooting guard. Done.
Yeah, I knew for a fact. I mean, he's the cover boy in the video. He's your GPP play on our main stuff. I knew for a fact you would take Jamal Murray. And if I was in your position, I would have taken Jamal Murray.
Yeah, and I mean, Simons seems like, I mean, listen, you said he might be the first pick, second. All of a sudden, I got him. You know what I mean? So I'll take that as my fourth best player.
Yes, I did not think he deserved to be projected above John Wall today.
Agreed.
But I also think he's got, you're trying to get to the top right here. You want some of that boom bust. I think he's got the opportunity to boom, and I think he has the opportunity to bust. But, hey, third place does you nothing here.
And I don't see that many guys on the board that are over him.
I completely understand that. I think the Portland Trailblazers guys have some real upside today. I wanted Eric Gordon, you son of a gun.
Yeah, solid pick there.
Yes, he was by far my favorite guy that was left on the board. Oof, that's a big fat oof, as my kids would say. All right.
You don't have any big men yet.
What's that?
You don't have any big men yet.
Well, I mentioned I was intrigued by Melo, so I'm going to throw him into the power forward spot right there.
Power forward's getting weak, and I have none, so definitely keeping my eye on that.
Well, I thought that was the fun of getting deep with this thing today, is I thought these last picks are going to get ugly. I mean, we got six guys to go, and we're down to Gorgie Zhang, Rodney Hood. I mean, you're going to be rostering some scrubs. I think the scrubs are going to make and break you today.
I'm praying Covington makes it to me. Yes, I said that, so you will feel bad if you take him.
Let's go a little bit more boom bust on this one. Although, you know what? I have no centers. That's a rough one. I don't really like Covington, but the center eligibility has me intrigued right here, and I have no centers, and centers gets ugly. But you want to know what? I'm going to go with Michael Porter.
I like it, but honestly, I think Covington will go anyways, so don't feel too bad if you took him, even though you didn't.
I thought, am I just going to take him to be a dick? Am I going to take him because he has center eligible? But with no Gary Harris and no PJ Dozier tonight, might need a little offense. So I'm going to take my chance with the Michael Porter. And at this point, I want to go a little bit more boom bust. I took my safe plays with Wall, Harris, and Doncic. Now I got Melo and Porter, which could really make or break the slate for me.
I feel like this video is live, and he's listening to us because now he just took Covington.
Yep. It's not live, but you never know. Monks follows us pretty closely. Maybe he's got our houses bugged. I'm just kidding, Ryan. I was just messing with you, man.
Yeah, for sure. Damn. Man, it is so weak right here now.
I know. I love that though. This is fun. I really, really enjoy getting ugly with this thing like this at the end.
No doubt about it. Man, it is already ugly as hell.
Just wait till I start drafting Melton or something like that.
Okay, I'm gonna play off the idea that Trae Young is out and take Rondo.
Ooh, getting ballsy. I like it.
I mean, trying to win this, right? And all these plays kind of suck. So my center, I play on that same. Give me Tony Bradley, baby.
Okay, wow. You are really taking some chances, which, again, getting to the top. Got to do it.
Yep.
And Hardaway, that's a guy I was going to grab next.
I mean, for me, the reason I did that is because, like, I don't think there's much of a difference between, looking at the top here. Like, the guys at the top and then, like, the guys 10 down from there. So if, Trae Young and Embiid are out, Rondo and Bradley all of a sudden are two of the easy two best plays here.
Yeah, it's not so sexy down here anymore. So I'm going to take Brandon Clark if he'll just bypass him for me because I feel safe with this production. And maybe if he gets a spike in minutes.
Months is about, he took Dwight.
All right. Come on, Brandon Clark. That's my Huckleberry right there. Royce O'Neal. All right, I need to get a center. I think for me, the question here, right? Oh, he already took Dwight Howard. Well, I definitely need a center.
Yeah, damn. I should have taken Howard over Bradley. Much less risky.
Because then he at least plays in a backup scenario. All right, I'm going to go with Cousins and hope he gets run.
Well, get run. I mean, just no matter how much.
Yeah, is it 8 minutes, though? Or is it 12? Or is it 20?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I'm still wondering if they are going to ever try to play him and Christian Wood together. Because I think they're both really, really good. And I don't see any reason that Wood couldn't play more of a power forward role. They can both shoot the three, so you're not worried about congesting the lane too much. Maybe you don't run them together for like a long time, but I think you could play them together for 10 minutes a game.
I don't disagree with that.
I mean, clearly, maybe the fact that they're both a little, Wood's not great defensively and Cousins is a little bit slower. Size just isn't like that. But I keep thinking it'd be worth a little bit more of an experiment.
For sure.
So you took your boy Dylan Brooks. Now the Memphis guys are falling. So we got Melton, and it's getting real ugly now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is like real tough.
I mean, Jayshawn Tate and Jalen Brunson are up on the list. So that's one of the things that there are some days where I will do, like if it's a 10-game slate, I'll do like a one-on-one draft. And if it's not a deep draft, it's 6-on-6. And I'm like, my worst player is Sabonis. Like, there's not a lot of thinking that goes into it.
No, there's not. I think Porzingis is out. I'm taking Cauley Stein. And I'm just going to continue on the Philly train. I'm going to take Steph Curry.
He's due for a breakout game. He's really been shaking down the ladder lately due to Milton playing so well, and he just hasn't taken a lot of shots.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, again, we're not working with much down here. I'm not going to have ringing endorsements for him.
No, I've been waiting for him to have that breakout game lately because I've almost rostered him about 3 or 4 times recently. And I'm just like, he's a shooter. I want to get him off to a hot start. I wasn't going to take a chance on him when I was down there, but he's got a game coming up where he knocks down about 3, 4, 5, 6 threes and gets rolling again. They need his outside shooting.
I agree.
Will Barton seemed a little low to still be up there. That was a guy I was going to take.
Yeah, he did seem. I didn't even realize he was there.
Ooh, baby, is it getting ugly? I mean, real ugly.
Yeah, I was just looking at Reddish.
I'm going to take Shake Milton, knowing that he has a cake matchup. Because point guard is so ugly. My other options are like Tyus Jones and Jalen Brunson. I like Shake Milton, and I'm going to pull a bit of a Bellman here and just hope that Joel Embiid is out and that he goes up against that terrible defense and has an opportunity to boogie a little bit.
For sure.
I like what he brings to the table. Tillman's a solid pick right there. I kind of forgot about him.
Yeah, I like that.
All right, Rodney Hood, are you going to fall to me?
Oh,
Yes, you are. Harry Giles.
I
That's
thought
a nice
about it.
boom bust play right there. I like that.
I thought about him over Willie Cauley-Stein.
Yeah, because you're playing off the notion, right, that this one gets a little lopsided.
I think he's going to
Giles,
get run.
yeah, Giles can play. Like we've talked about him a couple times on the show this year. Like from a DFS perspective, he puts up points quickly. And if
Yeah, I mean,
he should get a little run.
They're missing Dame, McCollum, and Nurkic. So,
And
yeah, I
Derek
think
Jones
he gets
Jr.
run. Yep.
I mean, I look at like all these picks up here: Giles, Hood, Favors, Caldwell Pope. I feel best about my pick Hood for safety because they're going to need him to play. But I love the idea of Giles upside right here.
No doubt about it.
Especially seeing that I still need to pick a center and the rest of the options are terrible.
Yes, they are. It's terrible at this point, though.
Are you going to go super boom right here and go with Bull?
No. I'm gonna go James Johnson. What's his deal? He didn't play yesterday?
James Johnson?
Oh, because Maxi Kleber's back. That's why.
Yeah, and there goes the time. Finney Smith, solid pick. Finney Smith will be solid today.
I'm going to take Kleber.
That's where I was 100% hoping he would fall to me.
And I need a small forward for my last pick. All right, I'll take Danny Green.
I mean, I like Portland cannot defend the 3-point line. We know Danny Green has a tendency to get off, but I think he's one of the better picks that you could get at this end of this round.
That's fair. I'll take it.
Yeah, Portland can't defend the 3-point line, so he will get open shots today. Do they go in? I don't know, but he will get open shots.
I mean, I'm definitely hoping that Embiid is out. I got Simmons, Bradley, Curry, and Green.
And I'm stuck over here choosing between Marc Gasol and PJ Tucker, so you know how my life is going.
Well, I mean, my life has already been there. But yes, I do know.
All right. They're going to need size against Jokic. I'm going to go with Marc Gasol when I'm up here. And I'm going to be whatever the opposite of excited is, that's what I'm at.
You could do worse.
No, I guess, I suppose. At least he plays, right?
Yeah, some.
We talk about those guys that average good fantasy points per minute. That is not Marc Gasol. I think he currently averages 0.01 DK points per minute.
Yeah, right.
Okay, maybe I'm being a little disingenuous right there, but he is not good at basketball anymore. It's crazy how quickly he fell off. I mean, this is a guy that was Defensive Player of the Year like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, perennial All-Star, and he just looks so old and slow.
He does. He does.
So, all right, guys. We'll keep reiterating it. Somebody asked me. We haven't decided yet what monthly prices are going to raise up to, but we're going to bring it up nonstop for a week. We're going to add weekly as a package option, and then price is going to go up on monthly. But if you're a current monthly customer, you can lock in and be grandfathered into that price for as long as you want.
Yeah, can't beat it. So excited for what we got going, and thanks a lot, guys.